I've got a couple stories. Camping in the BLM land just outside of Joshua Tree National Park. It's probably 10 p.m. We are all in bed getting ready for an early start. Suddenly I hear it. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Footsteps? I look over at my friends wordlessly. Their eyes are wide open and they hear it too. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The footsteps sound human, like someone slowly moving towards us. Very quiet, intentionally soft steps. To me, they sound like bare feet. Crunch, crunch. This fucking thing must be mere inches away from the tent at this point. Despite the softness of the steps, they are definitely in twos and sound human-like and large. We grab the knife and all three rush out of the tent with flashlights. No one around. We scan the desert and it's just flat gravel and creosote. Another time, in Kings Canyon, hiking the loop around Zumwalt Meadow. My friends are both on mushrooms, I'm not. We pass two Nordic-looking identical twins. Tall, long, straight, bright blonde hair. Matching outfits of red tracksuits. They walk past us, wordlessly, moving in the opposite direction. Friends comment on how they were identical twins. Think nothing of it. Walk 5 minutes further down the trail. The exact same identical twins pass us, moving in the opposite direction once again. What the fuck? The entire center of the meadow is a bog. The loop is over a mile long. They sort of sneer at us as they pass the second time. I'm instantly taken aback. How the fuck is this even possible unless they literally sprinted around the entire meadow? Both of my friends on mushrooms are so high they don't even realize we passed the same people twice somehow. I start mildly freaking out trying to explain to them what just happened. This was not as spooky, but cooking bacon at 1 a.m. Hear a deep growl from 20 feet away but can't see the source. Throw a rock towards it. Eat bacon in the tent. Spoopy thread. Nice, I got one. Go camping with a girl I was fucking at the time. Decide to head over to Garner State Park. After doing the deed, we go out for a walk after dark. Climb over some rocks to get across a dry riverbed just to fuck around. Spot a huge hollowed out dead tree in the distance. Decide to check it out. Bitch starts moaning about bad vibes or some gay shit and refuses to enter the tree. Inside the tree was neat. No carvings or other signs of anyone being there. Notice a distinct lack of noise inside the tree. No crickets, no wind, no nothing. Cool. Decide to fuck off back the way we came. Climbing over the exact rocks we used to get onto the riverbed, I find sitting pretty a pair of Ray-Bans. Yoink! More moaning about how it's a fey trap or some shit. Get back to camp and fuck her brains out again. I miss her. She had a great ass. I don't understand why so many of you are into camping sex. I don't want the whole tent to reek of bad ussy. And that smell will make any man soft. Hey, Out, I have an issue. Some, I think, French bike tourists are camping right outside my field tonight, on my neighbor's plot. And I'm rather sure they don't have permission since they were hiding when I went by. So I want to creep them out. This place is rather rural, and there is no other house within a couple kilometers range. I was thinking about going fox hunting, but these people kind of ruined that. I feel like these people need to learn to respect our laws regarding right to roam. So my current plan is to grab my Geely and JBL, find some creepy sound effects to play, and set up in the forest edge nearby. Thoughts? Tips on sound effects or other ways to have fun legally this night? If I go through with it, I will report back. Playing babies crying is good. Police sirens too. I was at Chattahoochee National Forest, and the park site was Lake Russell Recreation Area. I was trying to sleep one night and I heard this strange whistling sound throughout the campsite. I'm pretty sure it was echoes coming from vehicles driving somewhere, but it was eerie. Another time was Providence Canyon. Shittiest campsite ever. Don't go there unless it's one of those pioneer wagon camps. And I settled down for the night after a long day. And after a couple hours of trying to sleep, I heard coyotes yipping and howling in the distance. I had my pistol with me and an extra magazine. Another thing that happened during my time there was when I was trying to sleep when I suddenly woke up to a shrieking sound and I couldn't sleep again that night. I packed my shit and went home that morning. And I also got a partial refund. I'm betting that last thing happened due to stress, and a shitty tent pad pillow made my head hurt. I looked at a pond once and saw my reflection. Me hiking, hear skeleton noises. Sprint back to car. Lucky I was only half a mile into the hike. Close call, almost encountered a forest skeleton. Last night I was in the mountains sleeping in my car. At 2 after midnight, an off-road vehicle passed and stopped nearby. One guy was sitting on the window with his legs inside the car and body outside, with a big flashlight flashing my car. I was under a blanket on rear seats. Then he continued on the road flashing. They were hunting illegal in the national park. After a while, I started my car and went back home. Illegal hunting from a car with a flashlight is a common method used. The scary part for me and, well, for a tourist who also had a car parked nearby, is that someone with a charged rifle, maybe with flashlight directly on the rifle, points at your car in the middle of the night out of nowhere. At least I was near home. But there were some tourist vans too. What kind of idiot spotlights cars while trying to be sneaky about poaching? An assortment of random stuff that spooked me. Nothing really noteworthy or whatever. I love these threads. Cool stories all. 1. A time when I wanted to test my new night vision out in the mountains. Not too far west of Denver. I drive off on a small highway and park at a pull-off. I had a mountain house or something, but figured I'd go down a hill to a creek to get water, then boil and filter, etc. There's a creek at the bottom of a pretty steep V-notch in the terrain, probably 100 feet elevation drop from the highway. The day was bright and sunny at my car, but once I got down to the water, it was nearly dark as night. Lots of tree cover. Didn't like that. Felt watched, so I got the water and booked it. Later that night, I went walking out into the forest with the Nodge and multiple times didn't notice deer until I was almost right on top of them. Shined an IR illuminator out and saw dozens of eyes staring back at me from multiple directions. Felt unwelcome and left. 2. Various times camping where you can't help but be sure that you're hearing footsteps outside your tent. That's pretty typical, I guess. NBD. 3. Once when I was a kid, I was staying at a grandparents' mountain cabin with a cousin. We look out the window in the middle of the night and see 2 mountain lions ferociously fighting, like totally tearing into one another. Only thing I can compare it to is the videos I see of grizzlies ripping each other apart. The next morning, there's no trace. I chalk it up to seeing things. On that same trip, I was awoken near midnight and remember running outside as fast as I could. In front of me was a herd of what seemed to be hundreds of elk stampeding through Grandpa's property. I remember being there with my cousin and a couple uncles. Fell down in the snow and propped myself up on a stump as they thundered by. I can still see it in my mind. The moon was full and it illuminated the elk pretty well. Only problem is I can't verify it with anyone else in the family. Odd. Probably just a very vivid dream. 4. I saw a skinwalker out in Nebraska driving to a reservoir in the pitch black of night. We almost ran over this guy sprinting away from us down the road. Just as we were going to hit him, he starts flapping his arms and becoming an owl right before my very eyes. That's all. Again, nothing super scary. Being out is fun. I feel like I'm forgetting something. We'll post if I recall.
Sweet angel child.